Good Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's doing great today, and I hope the cold and the snow are starting to go away. Well, this is a collaboration of Last Thing Thrifted. It is sponsored by Up All Night DIY, Shabby Meets Bling, Indiana Jones, Crafting with Indiana Jones, and Repurpose My Way. Check out all these ladies, they're great. So anyway, we pull out last things we thrifted, and these are some of the last things I thrifted. And I thought, okay, I'm excited about using my new IOD transfers. I haven't used any of those yet. I used the molds last week, and so I thought, these will go great. And I have a whole bunch of sweet Pickens Milk Paint, but I never use it. I always use my other paints. So I thought, this would be a good one because I want chippy. Because if you want chippy, use the milk paint, and the sweet Pickens is great. There must be other kinds out there, but I don't know what they are. But this is white plaster, and what you do is you put, I'm putting 3 tablespoons in, and you put equal amounts of the paint in, and with an equal amount of the water. And here's my water. So I'm putting in 3 tablespoons of the water. You can make it thicker or you can make it thinner. I think just like it is works really well. And mix it up really, really well. You're going to have some lumps in there no matter what, I guess, unless you use the immersion speed blender. But I let it sit for about 5 minutes, and it thickens up. So if you use it right away, it's a little thin. It has to kind of absorb the water and get thick. So every once in a while, I stir it. I am losing my words today. And this is spindle, I would say probably off a table. And these are some sugar cones. They used to make sugar in these. They'd pack the sugar in the cones there, and then when it would dry out, then they'd dump it out and you'd get a cone and you'd cut pieces off the cone. Haven't done that in a lot of years. So anyway, I painted them all down with the milk paint, and I'm giving them a dry because that helps them get chippy. Heat gun always helps the milk paint get chippy. Getting all the sides. Now here comes the second coat. And it depends, this little tray, I wasn't sure if it had been finished. Well, I wasn't sure on any of them how they had been finished. So I did want to give them 2 coats. You want just a hint of the brown peeking through, but not a whole bunch. That's why 2 coats is really the best way to do it. And it seems like I got it more chippy with the second coat. Just a little tiny tote tray. I thought it was so cute. But sometimes things are a little too dark, and I want them to be a little brighter so you can see what I'm doing with them. So I'm giving everything a really good dry to create the chippy. See, you can see the crackle on there. Now the stick, the spindle didn't come out quite as chippy as these did. But you can see as I'm using my finger sander and going along the edges that some of it's chipping right off, which I like. I like that rustic look. So I'm just getting it all over and all along the edges. Now I'm doing the spindle. And it does really nice on the spindle too. It helps along those ridges that stick out. And boy, does it make a mess. Well, I went to eat and I came back and it had really thickened up, so I poured just a teeny bit of water in it so I could coat the tray, the second coat. My son brought me a cup of tea, so cheers. Now, what I'm doing is I am putting a coat on because I don't want it to chip more than this. Looks like it could have chipped right off, or I could have sanded most of it right off, but I want it to stay where it's at. So I'm putting a coat of Mod Podge on it. Any kind of sealer, spray sealer, liquid patina. All the paints all have their different sealers, but just good old Mod Podge seals it in really well. I'm coating everything really, really well. Now I'm doing the sanding on the little tray. Now I'm coating this shoe stay. Since it's got metal on the bottom, I would think this was used to form shoes. So I didn't know what kind of coating was on there, and I didn't want to paint that one white. I wanted it to stay natural because it has the size on it and the company and everything on it. So anyway, I painted that with a Mod Podge and just let it dry. I have learned with transfers, if things aren't sealed, they will not stick so well. And if I put it directly on the paint, it would have just lifted the paint right up, and this transfer would have been ruined. So I have learned by experience that I do everything. I'll sell everything. So I found this cute little one in one of the new transfer books, and I'm just putting it across the toe. It's like an advertisement, and then on the bottom it's harder to see because it's in black, but it is, it says Paris on it. That shoe stay has metal on the bottom, and then it has that little metal thing right there on the top. So like I say, I don't think it's just for putting in shoes to size them. I think it was used for making shoes in a cobbler shop. So I'm just putting on a few things. A butterfly. And I always rub it down with my fingers or the carrier sheet to burnish it to make sure every part's down. I put another butterfly on and a bee. And now I am putting these flowers on the, well, I just think it's going to be probably a candlestick, or I could put just about anything up there, bird's nest or anything, which I may do for Easter. That'd look cute. And that one just fit on there just perfect, just like it was made for it. And there were two that were just alike, so I thought, oh, that'd be perfect. Space up above is a little bit smaller, but it still fit on there widthwise really nicely. And then I just curled over the top just to have it curl over the edge. And I am going to have a sale with a friend on Sunday. So I will be posting that on my community post to show where to go. And I might have a few of these things up for sale. I just get overwhelmed with so many items that I make. Now I'm putting a little advertisement type on one side of the tray. The other side I put some florals. Almost looked like it was nuts or something. And some butterflies in there and a bee in there. I just love transfers. I'm going to be doing a lot of transfers lately because I want to use these new transfers. They're gorgeous. And here's the sugar cones. These could be really cute candle holders, or put anything like the bird's nest on top of there, or you could just about put florals in it. You could just about do anything with it. So these birds fit on these perfectly. And they look so good with the chippy crackle paint. Sometimes if you trim the excess away, it just kind of helps it go on better. Just give it a good rub, and if you lift it and something's... See, I laid that back down and took a part that didn't stay on, and I put it back in place, and you never even know. And I decided to put a butterfly on the side of the candlestick. We'll call it a candlestick. And I put another one on this side of it. Put it up toward the top. These books had a lot of butterflies, a lot of bees, a lot of different florals. Now, you have to seal in transfers. I don't have to seal in the whole thing because I already did, but you have to seal transfers, whether you do it with a clear wax, dark wax, a spray. You have to seal it, but I'm using my Mod Podge because it seals it just fine. And I'm sealing in the ones on the shoe stay. And there's the tray, and here are the two sugar cone holders. And here's the final reveal. A close up. You can't even tell. It looks like they were painted on there. Look at these birds in the nests, are so gorgeous. Look at that cute little bee I put on there. Well, I appreciate you coming to see me. And check out everybody on the playlist. And I will see you again real soon.